quite what I expected.
Calms Brenda down, supposedly.
Yeah, well, I can imagine being around your lifestyle makes for some nervous energy. You might tell me why I'm here?
I need your help. Keeping Brenda safe.
I haven't even met Brenda.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're the key to drawing out the guy who wants Brenda dead. Did Dante talk to you about, a body being transferred from a morgue in Jersey?
He said he needed to run a second autopsy for a case he was working. What's that have to do with Brenda?
Well, Brenda was getting threats in Rome, even some abduction attempts, and the guy behind it is a crime figure in Eastern Europe known as the Balkan. Alexander Janicek was his son.
Okay. Let me rephrase. What's any of this have to do with you?
Well, I'm protecting Brenda. And I need to find this guy. And we think that the Balkan's gonna show up to claim Alexander's remains. I want to be waiting there when he does.
I don't know where you get off. The mob may run this city, but it doesn't run my hospital.
Brenda's life is at
Yeah,
stake.
well, maybe she should keep better company.
I'm serious.
Yeah, so am I. You need my full cooperation to make this work, which means I'd have to disclose private information. But then you already knew that. All right, the body will be released at 5 p.m. on Wednesday from the East Loading Dock. The door will be unlocked.
You might care why.
Carly, what are you doing?
Trying to save Sonny from himself.
It's my life. I don't need you to
You know what? If you won't do it for your own sake, why don't you do it for Jason?
Whoa, don't
Because it's
bring
going to
me
be
into this.
Jason picking Brenda up off the floor after you two implode again, just like it's going to be me sweeping up all the broken glass after you spiral out of control.
See, you just love doing this, throwing what happened between me and Brenda in my face, all the bad things.
Feel free to step in
What do
anytime.
you want me to say?
The truth. How Sonny's not being fair to anyone, including your precious little Brenda.
All I want is Brenda back, and I don't want to have to fight you too. The way Carly is, it's a bad idea for me to get back with Brenda, right?
I think it's your business.
Yeah, well, you're the only one because everybody else seems to have an opinion. Even Max, and I blame Diane because she tells him to comment on my personal life.
I hope things do work out the way you want, but if they don't, we all know it's going to be bad.
You know, for someone who can't stand Brenda, you always seem to, be there and take
Well, she gets on my nerves, but I wouldn't want anything to happen to her.
Of course not. And I know that she's taken a big leap of faith here. But so am I. I'm scared to death going down that road. But you know what? I'm not gonna let fear stop me from taking that chance. I'm gonna do it. And nothing's gonna stop us.
Hey,
Oh, you don't knock. Surprise.
I didn't know I had to know.
No, I still do business here. You can walk in on something you shouldn't.
Nothing dangerous going on here since Brenda moved in is Spinelli's obsession with her. Please tell me you've talked to Sonny and talked him out of this craziness with
No, I
Brenda.
didn't talk to Sonny. It's none of my business. It's none of yours either.
How do you think he's going to feel when he finds out his son slept with Brenda
You don't,
and you knew
you don't
about
have
it?
proof that Dante and Brenda had an affair in New York.
I have an eyewitness,
No,
Jason.
you got a cop who worked the same security detail as Dante. He's probably pissed off that Dante was getting more hours than he was.
Brenda requested Dante all the time. What does that tell you?
You still want to believe that they slept together because you still want payback against Dante.
Dante deserves whatever he gets.
And that's fine. Carly, but Michael is trying to move on. You got to let him.
You want me to drop it? Prove me wrong. Or right. Help me find out the truth. Or are you afraid of what we might find? Me and Brenda have already been caught in one lie. The only reason they told the truth is because Spinelli found a picture of them together. Who knows what other big secret they might have? Like, they had an affair.
You're really giving me a headache. Why can't you just leave this alone?
Because when the truth comes out, Sonny will be devastated. And you know what that means for us and the boys.
Okay, you're probably right. But it's still Sonny's choice. What am I supposed to do?
You know what? You can help me find out the truth or not, but I'm gonna find it.
Carly, please.
No, I'm gonna find it, Jason. And if I find out that Brenda and Dante had an affair, I'm not gonna keep it to myself.
can't you think about the consequences just one time? Think about what this is going to do to Michael.
Why do you keep bringing Michael into
Because
this?
Michael's in it. Did you miss the fact that he lives with Dante? He might actually be invested in what happens
When
to
the
him?
truth comes out about Dante, Michael will be over his investment.
Carly, please. This place you're at right now, stubborn, single-minded, you know this is where things start to go horribly wrong. I'm asking you to stop.
Oh, hey, do you have a sec?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. Look, I'm working on a case on cheating spouses.
And you come to me for that? That's flattering, Sam.
No, look, my client believes that her husband, Dr. Randall Flight, is having an affair with one of his patients. He works here, and I think you've also treated the patient in question, so I was hoping that maybe you could add some insight.
Orderly to the 5th ward.
Here.
She knows you're coming.
So I should expect her downstairs in about, what, 2, 3 hours?
You can go knock on the door if you want.
I'm not gonna go up there because I know it's just gonna make it worse. But it gives us time to talk.
About what?
You did a security check?
Yep.
Satisfied?
Yeah, I mean, if you have to take Brenda someplace, it's acceptable.
Now it's your turn.
My turn for what?
Well, I've heard it from Michael, Dante, Carly 2 or 3 times that, you know, it's a mistake to be with Brenda because she's gonna hurt me, I'm gonna hurt her, leave the past in the past.
It doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks, except for you and Brenda, right?
I appreciate you saying that because, you know, we have been friends for a long time. But if you got an opinion, I'm willing to hear it.
Well, you know, I used to believe that if something was over, it was done. You know, you just let it go. Hopefully you can move on, you can learn something. But when you love someone and it goes wrong for whatever reason, I just thought if you're going to try again, you're kind of setting yourself up for disappointment.
That was then. What about now?
Well, you know, with Sam and I, it didn't work the first time. But we got another chance. With everything that went wrong, we still found out there was love there, and we tried again.
Right.
And I'm grateful for it. So I can't sit here and judge you and Brenda.
How does she feel about Brenda invading your life?
She hates it. I mean, she puts up with it. She doesn't complain about it.
If you hadn't brought Brenda back, you know, this wouldn't be happening.
I know. I just wanted to keep her safe.
I understand, and I appreciate that, and I promise you, as soon as the danger's over, I'm gonna get Brenda out of here.
That would be good.
Hey, have you seen my cell? Oh, here it is. Hey, how long have you been waiting?
How long?
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me you were here?
Well, we were just talking about you.
Oh, that's good. What are you guys saying?
Well, he just said he's gonna get you out of here as soon as he can.
Of course, I know Dr. Flight. I'm pretty sure I remember the patient, but I'm not really sure what you're asking me.
I'm just wondering if you've ever witnessed any sort of interaction between them.
I wasn't really paying attention. And even if I was, I'm not in the position to comment on the morality of a cheating husband.
Well, actually,
An excuse and a lame one at that, but sometimes events do take on a life of their own.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
Long story short, Sam, is I cheated on Robin with Dr. Niles, and it's affected our marriage, obviously. It's something we're still dealing with.
Yeah, of course. Look, can I offer you a piece of advice?
Sure.
You gotta let it go. I mean, you can't change what happened with Lisa. You've got to concentrate on moving forward.
Dr. Rodriguez, call pediatrics.
Hey, heard from Lucky. He got into Ronan O'Reilly's safe deposit box, so it looks like either the Balkan had Ronan looking into Brenda's connection to Alexander's disappearance, or Ronan took it upon himself. Am I boring you?
No, sorry,
Okay.
what was in the box?
Pictures of Alexander alone with Brenda, but that picture of you and Brenda when you were on guard detail was in the box.
That was in the box.
Yeah, so if Balkan gave Ronan those pictures, we can be pretty sure that he suspects or knows that you were involved in his son's death.
If you knew Dr. Flight was unfaithful with his wife, would you tell me?
Probably not.
All right, I figured that. At least you're being honest.
Look, I heard rumors, but I don't know if it's true, so I'd rather not comment.
But she's paying me, you know, so I've got to keep digging.
Dr. Flight's a good man, and from what I can tell, he cares about his family. If he did stray, and he is remorseful, if all of that is true, I just hope that his wife doesn't assume that their marriage is based on lies.
Weber says Alexander's remains will be released Wednesday, 5 p.m. So best case scenario is the Balkan's going to show up, or he's going to send... What's going on?
I'm sorry, man. I'm like stuck on stupid here. I can't focus. You ever wanted something you can't think about anything else? Track. I mean, do you hate me? I mean, do you want me dead? When we did the Franco thing, I thought there was a mutual respect, but then you tried to blow my head off.
Well, you talked me out of that.
Yeah, because you knew killing me would make Michael's life worse.
And that hasn't changed.
Okay, so here we are again, working together, this time for Brenda. All right, look, how far would you go to protect her? Brenda killed Alexander. She was hysterical, man. I mean, she was shaking. I had to, like, hang on to her, and one look in her eyes, I knew I wasn't going to call that in. I was going to compromise my badge to save her. I put her in a car a week later, and off she went, and I thought that was going to be the end of it, but obviously it's not. Look, I keep thinking I could just be so easy to tell her right now how I felt then and see if she felt the same way for me at all.
What good would that do?
Nothing. Maybe I'd have an answer.
And what damage would that cause?
Tons. I'm in love with Lulu. She's in love with Sonny. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Then you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I know what I have to do. I just don't know how to do it, man. I mean, how do you stand right next to her and then ignore her and then stop thinking about what didn't even happen?
But what you got to ask yourself is how you'd feel if you betrayed someone who trusted you. Because I've done that. I've been selfish. I've been wrong. And I'm telling you, it's a regret you'll carry for the rest of your life.
Patrick was giving you insight on a case? Is it confidential or something you can tell me?
No, I was just asking if he had seen a change in a colleague's behavior, and I'm really, really sorry for putting you on the spot.
It's all right.
Yeah.
How's it going with Brenda? Is Jason any closer to catching the guy who's targeting her?
He's making progress. It's going really, really slow. But I gotta go. Thank you again. I appreciate the help. Bye.
Bye, Sam.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe you know that I slept with Elizabeth while she was still married to Lucky.
Yeah, I heard that. Lulu probably told me.
Yeah, well, I could give you all the reasons it happened, all the excuses that I made for myself, but the simple truth is Elizabeth was married, Lucky had been a friend, I was wrong, and the fallout still hasn't ended.
Well, you guys seem to get along pretty good.
Yeah, but that's Lucky. You know, he's been incredibly gracious, and that's not even why I'm telling you this. I had feelings for Elizabeth I didn't act on. It's not worth the pain I caused. So if I were you, I wouldn't say anything to Brenda how you feel. And don't lie to yourself that if you did, something good would come from it.
No one will ever accuse you of not telling it like it is, man.
I mean, it's your choice.
I made my choice 3 years ago. I just don't know how to live with it.
Okay, can we focus now on this? What we know about the case?
Alexander Yanicek dies in 2007. His body's recovered from a Jersey swamp about 7 months ago. Ever since that point, it seems like the Balkan's been targeting Brenda. It's safe to assume that he knows that she knows how his son died.
Right, and if he knows that, he could also know that you were one of the cops guarding Brenda.
Why, does he think he'll come after me personally?
Well, if he figures it out, he will.
We gotta figure out Jerry Jackson's the Balkan.
Okay, that's possible, but nobody even knows where Jerry is. No one can find him, including his own family. Now, it's also possible that the Balkan...
Detective, glad I found you.
Yeah, I appreciate you tracking me down. Most people just pick up the phone.
Well, first I need to make it real clear that I have no part in any action you choose to undertake against the family of Alexander Yanicek.
Wait a second, is the family trying to contact you?
The lawyers representing the family have arranged to move up the release of the body from Wednesday to tonight, 2 hours.
Where's the body gonna be released?
I need to make it real clear. I hope you realize I would never do anything to cooperate with organized crime. The East Loading Dock, tonight.
Hey, Doc. Thank you. You have nothing to worry about.